It looks like a burger, but it's not a burger. It's a donut. $22,000. It's a signed letter from Walt Disney himself. Look at this monstrosity that this might rival the Mona Lisa. But it is kind of worrying. The statement is nice and positive, but I wonder what happened behind the scenes. A true national landmark, Mount Thickness. Okay guys, we're at Disney Springs right now in Walt Disney World. It has been a hot minute since I've updated what's going on here. There's one of the most insane burgers ever on Disney property. We're gonna try, and then also we're gonna see the new Minions film. Hopefully it's good. They got all the photo ops out for the Moana live action film. I'll see this in a couple days. Oh, The Rock and his hair. They got all the posters out when you're walking into the AMC, but we're not here to see a Disney film. We're here to see a Universal film. We're gonna see Minions. You got all the characters here for Moana. Then you're gonna walk down the carpet. They do have a massive popcorn bucket when they're on the train. This thing is so big. I don't know what you're gonna do with it. Thing's like 2 feet long. All right, little guys. Let's hope this movie's good. If you're a fan of like old school Hollywood and film, there's so much love and care put into it. There's so many different nods to classic films, early Hollywood, how Hollywood actually looks and how stuff changed. I was kind of like nerding out the entire time because like they understood their assignment with kind of honoring Hollywood. Very different than kind of the other Minions movies and Despicable Me movies. It fits in with the universe and everything, and there's stuff for the after credits and everything, but it felt unique and different. Kind of like with Toy Story 5, it's just so hyper realistic. How far animation has come, just the fabrics and the textures is just insane. Like the Minions look like they're real life little minions in some scenes. Fun for kids, fun for adults. Is it a game-changing movie? No, I think Toy Story 5 is a better movie, but I'm gonna do a 7 out of 10 on Minions and Monsters. There even was a Blues Brothers Easter egg inside the Minions film. I want to head back to see how level 99 looks. I'm not going in. I remember when it was Disney Quest, I went to Disney Quest. I didn't go to the NBA experience. I did go to, there's like a Star Wars interactive thing they had here, and now it's level 99. People said it's a lot of fun. We'll do it one of these days. I know there's different like tiered pricing depending on the date and time that you go. So CityWorks is still here. They still have the brackets. If you look right there, that's where those brackets were that attached the NBA artwork, but they're still up there. It's like immersive interactive games and kind of like escape rooms. Okay, so before we eat the weird burger, I want to go to World of Disney, see the new Halloween merch, and just walk around. I've not really covered a Springs video in a very long time. They used to have all these food trucks over here. Now it's just seating, but all the food trucks are now gone. All right, let's pop into Galactic Outpost, see if there's any new Star Wars merch. They still have the massive Ewok plush here. If I won the lottery, there would be signs. I find this insane that these are $20. They're literally just like little Michael's goofballs with some fabric. 20 bucks. I do like this car magnet. No, the car is this way. That's a good one. The state of Star Wars is in such a rough spot. There's really no new merch that comes in. They got a whole Stitch collection, 70 bucks. They got this like Stitch hand-drawn animation shirt. And then look at this one, $37. You got Stitch when he's smashing the city. $35, they have a little Loungefly wallet. Then they got a Loungefly bag with Angel and Stitch. You're looking at 80 bucks for that. It is kind of weird how they kind of market them as a couple, but technically they're like brother and sister, aren't they? And then $37, they have ears with Angel and Stitch on them. And then $37, they have a short sleeve shirt. They're just hanging out. There's texture to it, looks like little clouds. And then the little bow. Here they got the Toy Story stuff, $37. You got Bullseye and Woody right there. All right, we're heading over the bridge. It is a toasty one out today. All right, this is looking great. All right, Six Ravens is looking great. So this is the same people who own Gideon's and operate Gideon's, but it's like kind of a bakery place. Instead of like a cookie place, it's like bakeries and pastries. So there's a giant raven for the signage. That looks great. It looks like a medieval aesthetic. There's the name, Six Ravens. It all looks hand carved. We can see in the windows a little bit. It says seek the six and destines unfold. And then you have, it's kind of hard to see with the glare, but there's like a skeleton guy holding a raven shield. Oh, look at the crest on the door. Look at that. They got a chain and a lock, and that'll be the handle to get in there. I'm very intrigued to see if this is any good. There is kind of a flickering light inside the lamp. Now, one of the very worrying things is the artist behind Gideon's, and really half the aesthetic and a lot of the success, has left the partnership. He posted an entire statement. Let's read that real quick. So he says, "Hello, friends. As many of you know, I've been part of the Gideon's Bakehouse family for well over 10 years. In fact, my tenure goes back to when there was just 2 of us. In that time, my involvement grew from concept phone calls to quick logo and branding designs to eventually fulfilling a dream by working on a project located at Walt Disney World. Something I never could have anticipated. Merely saying I'm grateful for the opportunity feels small and deeply inadequate. Along the way, I've had the privilege of meeting and sharing a bit of myself with so many of you. I'm always astounded by the kindness and generosity you continue to show a miserable old fool. Saying I love you all sounds a bit crazy, but I never claimed to be saying I love you all. That said, it's with a heavy bit of sadness and great deal of worry that I say my time with Gideon's has come to a close. Obviously, this isn't an easy announcement to make. I've poured every ounce of my soul into every last inch of Gideon's, and walking away feels like I'm leaving a part of myself behind. But in life, growth is crucial. I've done all I can to help Gideon's grow, and now it's time to do the same for myself. Lastly, Steve, thank you. Your belief and trust made all this happen. I hope that my gratitude is expressed by the level of care and anxiety that went into everything we worked on. So what's next? Well, I can't say too much just yet because not entirely sure. Thank you all so very much for continuing to bear with me while I sort through the next steps of life. If I haven't said it enough, you all mean everything to me. All the best. So what does that mean for this and also the future of Gideon's? Because every single menu is created by that artist. The aesthetic, the vibe, all comes from that artist. So with him leaving, what's gonna happen to Gideon's? What is the artwork gonna look like? Are they just gonna get like a Temu version of that artist to make the artwork? I'm very intrigued to see what happens, but it is kind of worrying. The statement is nice and positive, but I wonder what happened behind the scenes. We're not gonna get this, but the ganachery's got a chocolate pistachio sipper. Chocolate milk topped with pistachio cream served with a cracking dark chocolate chip. Over by the hangar bar, they have construction walls up. This is where they have the band playing and Eddie Maserati is clapping his hands, burning some calories, but it's all closed up right now. I wonder what's going on. Grown in the Florida sunshine from spring-fed groves, famous Florida citrus, little orange bird. The line for the Lego store goes all the way over there. You're baking. At least the line's moving slowly. It's been a while, don't worry. Don't worry, I'm gonna show you Chewy's Thick Cheeks. A true national landmark, Mount Thickness. Thank you, Chewy. I will say the bricks on Phasma are looking a little gross. Phasma's looking like some trash. All right, into World of Disney we go. Let's see what new merch is in there. Oh, the AC. I like this figure. It's like Stitch breaking out of a pineapple box. The entire shirt wall has like Halloween stuff now. Got a shirt that says bougie. Got Walt Disney World, Chippendale. This looks more like a Thanksgiving vibe shirt. The other one is kind of a parody of Hocus Pocus, Miska Muska. Shirts are $30 each when you buy two. They're regularly $33, so you're saving a couple dollars. Trick or treat, I like the Stormtrooper with a pumpkin. You got the Headless Horseman with Mickey right there, Walt Disney World. Peace, Love, Jack Skellington, Walt Disney World. They're dressed up as mummies. They got another little shirt. Cutest pumpkin in the patch, Walt Disney World. They got Stitch with candy. This looks straight out of Cars Land. This looks great. Trick or treat, Walt Disney World. Then you got little Grogu right there, dressed up as a ghost, a pumpkin, and a mummy. And then you got the Walt Disney World shirt right here, but they're all dressed up as mummies. You see the silhouette of the castle, and then they're flying in the background. All right, this one looks kind of bad. It's Jack Skellington's skateboarding. Who asked for that? $35. Sam the Eagle's finally getting the love that he deserves. He's a plush, a massive plush. They have the whole like Mickey Mouse collection. I like the sculpture right there. Then you got Mickey on the wall. But the merch is just not exciting me anymore. I used to buy the merch all the time, and now maybe like once a year, I'll buy some new Disney merch. Now they have the whole Starbucks collection. They're mystery boxes, but they're the different straw toppers. So you can get Gertie, Figment, Kevin, one of the carousel horses. This made me laugh because I was like, how much is this, right? Because they have a security tag on like every single one, right? Kind of blocking how much it is. So I get to this one, and there's no price on it. There is a price. If you come literally, if you crawl on the ground, it is $55. It says Magic Kingdom on it. Got the Hitchhiking Ghost, Mickey right there, the castle and Orangeburg. They even have Tron, but this is like the Epcot version. So there's a different collectible cup for each one of the parks. You got the Moana attraction right there, the monorail, Figment, Mickey, you got little Groot. On the top, it just kind of looks like a bloated, constipated Figment. So the one for studios, the topper is going to be Gertie. You got Kermit playing the banjo, Beauty and the Beast, Rock and Roller Coaster. Well, no, it's Muppets overlay. Tower of Terror, you got Gertie, Star Wars, Millennium Falcon, Fantasmic. I still have not ridden the new Smuggler's Run version. Then the last version is going to be for Animal Kingdom. So you got the Safari right there. You got Pandora. You got the Trails. You got Crush for the Nemo show. And even Divine. You got Divine, the meet and greet right there. She's got some love. But then the little topper is going to be Kevin from Up. They still have their red, white, and blue colorway up inside World of Disney. All right, so this is the new merch. This is the exciting new collection. It's the same merch, all just in a different color. It's all kind of boring. I'm glad they still make these, but $22, you get a little Nuimo, Walt Disney World mug, water bottle, little crossbody bag. Then you got ears. I guess it's kind of like a Nuimo mini purse and a hoodie. So they got a yellow collection. They got a blue collection. They got an orange collection. Then they got the green collection. Then they have a black collection. And then a pink collection. It's crazy. It's been like a decade since rose gold came out. I remember when people were just like buying this stuff for insane prices on eBay, and now it's just here chilling on the shelf. Here's a cool little keychain if you just graduated. It's Stitch with a little hat holding a diploma. Ghirardelli is all closed up. We can't wait to serve you soon. So they're gonna have a temporary location. So it looks like it's located where Sprinkles was. Then they had that milkshake place for like a month and then that closed. But it looks like that's their temporary location. So we'll swing by there and see how it looks. But it's pardon our dust as we work up some new magic. Reopening 2027. Over here at the Bubble Waffle stand, look at all this. I've not seen this yet. They got hot honey chicken waffle, barbecue brisket, and a cheeseburger waffle. All right, let's go in the co-op, see what's going on with all those little mystery boxes. Oh, this is all walled up. This is where all the mystery boxes were. It's all curtained up. Oh, they just kind of moved it over here, which is strange because they like built a table for all the influencers to come in and like unbox the stuff and live stream it. That's been taken away. Now it's just over here. They got mystery boxes for like Stitch, Labubus. These are like smaller kind of flocked Stitch characters. Then they have some more highly detailed, non-flocked Stitch characters. I like he's dressed up as a little pineapple. I like the vintage Mickey figures. It comes with like a film cell of the scene that it's based off of. So many little Chippendales, Disney characters sleeping. They do have a whole collection of Grogu, just doing all sorts of different things. Eating his little Navarro nummies right there, taking a nap. Looks like they have a new Halloween collection of Jack Skellington. This is a cool one. He's like glowing in the dark coming out of a coffin. The Grim Reaper. Here's a bunch of different Disney characters dressed up in their Halloween costumes. Look at a little piglet popping out of the jack-o'-lantern. Stitch and Mickey are a mummy. I feel like we should not be seeing this moment. It's a very private time for Pooh. He's nude, enjoying his honey. He's not wearing his red shirt. Let him enjoy his honey in peace inside of his house. $35, it's a plastic figure of the hippo from Small World. And then $60, you got a little coin purse right there to put your ID in. The hippo is at the top. $60 for your Small World Stanley. All right, let's pop into pin trading now, see if there's any new pins or magic bands. Didn't they like officially retire magic bands from Disneyland? They could have done some cool stuff with it, but it just kind of went nowhere. Yeah, these are all just kind of boring. There's really nothing new. Like this used to be stocked with stuff. Now it's just like space filler. I guess you have some autograph books down here and some Mickey bubbles. This looks like leftover stuff you could like get if you do a wedding at Disney. $4. This is a cool one. They got a Rosencrown pin. They got Terry Crews as a pin from the Guardians pre-show. This is a cool one with a Stitch on the Tower of Terror. They even have a Disney Springs one. You got the Yeti from Everest. You got Kermit in the directing chair. Yeah, I don't like that art style though of Kermit. That's weird. You got Fozzie telling a joke. Oh, here's like the rare limited edition ones. Get one for Spider-Man, Brand New Day. I think if you have the Disney credit card, you can pick up that pin. It's crazy, this stuff is still closed, that nothing has taken the spot. So this is where the Void was. One of the coolest kind of VR immersive experiences I've ever done. They had a Star Wars one, it was incredible. Over here, didn't they have Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique over here in Springs? It's remained closed for a very, very long time. Probably over half a decade. Nothing's taken these spots, which is insane because this is a massive amount of real estate at Disney Springs and nothing has happened with it. All right, this is where the Star Wars store was. This is also abandoned. All right, we're gonna go into the Days of Christmas store. I've never noticed this. So you have Santa over there, right? You got Santa, then in the front, there's Rudolph. But if you look where Rudolph is, there's a slight little hint of red to represent Rudolph's red nose. I like this one of Lotso and his little toy truck when he's being moved around. They will forever have Pooping Walt as an ornament. All that chili he ate has to go someplace. The little Spider-Bot's eyes turns on. I do like this Everest one Anandapur rail service. And you got the Yeti right there. Started in 2006. Himalayan track, fixing all that broken track at the end. They have the adventure book from Up that you can pick up as an ornament. $40. They got the new little statue of Minnie, little witch Minnie, with some pumpkins. Then you have the Mickey wreath right behind her. There's an ornament of Chip and Dale right there. So they're starting to get the spooky ornaments in. Now, if you never noticed, this is supposed to be like the bottom of a Christmas tree. And you're looking up as if you're like a little miniature and you're the size of an ornament. That's why the ornaments are so massive, is because you're supposed to be like underneath the tree. So they have the big ornaments right there. You got a little Mickey ornament. See, it's got like the little bracket of like how it attaches to the tree and everything. Because like right there, they have the little train that goes on the track below the tree. And then this is, you know, to tighten into the tree so it stays stable. I just love weird Disney Imagineering like this. You've probably walked by this like a million times, right? But you've never really noticed that you're kind of shrunken down to be at the base of a tree when you're shopping for ornaments. Let's pop into the Art of Disney, see if there's any cool artwork. This might rival the Mona Lisa. You have Forky right there with popcorn in the air on top of a trash can because he thinks he's some trash. Look at this one of the American Adventure from Epcot's World Showcase. This is like straight 90s Halloween. Welcome, foolish mortals, the haunted mansion. They're dying to meet you. They have the hitchhiking ghost at the bottom. 99 happy haunts, spooky spooks, grim grinning ghosts. You got one of Mary Poppins next to a bunch of the landmarks. You got a Muppets Christmas Carol. They've had this in here for years. $22,000. It's a signed letter from Walt Disney himself. They do have original art. They got the Krusty Foot Pirate, $4,000. Oh, I like the Trader Sam's print. Yeah, there's a bunch of Easter eggs and props that are inside. The AC is definitely broken in this section. They got all the AC machines trying to cool it down in here. All right, so we just mobile ordered the Deluxe Burger, but that is not the special burger that we're eating. Well, it technically is a special burger, it's a limited edition. But there's a weird burger over at Everglaze where it's like a donut burger thing. And it's not like your normal fare burger where it's like 2 donuts instead of buns with like beef. It's a donut that looks like a burger. So let's get a real burger first, and then we'll get the weird fake burger. All right, the sky does not look good at all. Is there a storm coming? Probably. I could see the trees picking up. It's gonna start downpouring, I bet. All right, so over here, this is where Ghirardelli is now. There's a small bit of signage. This is where the vending machine used to be, to pick up your cupcake. So over here's the store section. And then this is where you can pick up your sundaes and shakes and stuff. So yeah, very temporary in there, but let's go wash our hands and then pick up our Deluxe Burger. It's great being able to mobile order and not have to worry about if I'm a resort guest or not. All right, this is what we're here for, the Cheddar Biscuit Burger, 2 pressed signature blend beef patties, pimento cheese, bacon, and jalapeno jam. That thing looks so good. All right, Deluxe Burger is advertising this burger pretty hard. There's multiple pieces of signage. It's the first thing you see when you go on the app to mobile order. All right, we're back. Look at this thing. Look at this monstrosity, the cheddar biscuit, the bacon, the jalapeno, the pimento cheese. What is going on with this thing? I don't even really know where to start with this thing. It is so big. Look at that. That burger was an experience. So it's not like a light, fluffy cheddar biscuit like how they have at Homecoming. This is more of a denser, kind of harder cheddar biscuit, kind of hold everything together. Imagine kind of like a jalapeno cheddar cornbread. That's how the bun tasted. And you get the wonderful, tender, juicy patty right there, the tomato, candy bacon. There's a bit of heat to it, right? Because you get the jalapeno in there, but it's kind of cooled off by the bacon and then the pimento cheese. I would do 8.5 on it. Solid time. So let's go get the donut burger thing. It should be an experience. Okay, so Everglaze is right next to Splitsville, right over here. They got the little truck out here, but yeah, we gotta try this weird hamburger donuts. Please look, do not touch our little truck. Thanks you very much. So they have donuts, coffees, chicken. They got a lot. So let's go try this weird thing. All right, here we go. Florida born and glazed. You can see them glazing the donuts right there. They're all made right here. It's not like Dunkin' where they get shipped in. They're all made right here. Here we go. Everglaze Share Delicious. What in the world? Let's show off the patty. There's mustard. It looks like a burger, but it's not a burger. It's a donut. Look at that is bizarre. It's like a donut hole in the center. I will forever be glazed after eating this donut. So there's the cross section. It looks like a patty, mustard, lettuce, tomato. It looks like a burger. There's even like sesame seeds. I've just gone to a fork and knife now, but it's like messing with your head. Like it looks like you're eating just like a hamburger bun with mustard. Okay, so the donut burger is decent. All the condiments is just frosting. You get a glazed donut kind of cut in half with a giant donut hole in the center. Just kind of messes with your head a little bit. I'm gonna do a 7.5 out of 10 on it. They do have like a Joffrey's Toy Story 5 cart with some special blends that looks like Space Ranger Brew. I'm about to go to a sugar food coma. My stomach is making all sorts of noises. But thank you guys for joining me on this little Disney Springs journey. So on that note, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button. Enjoy the family.
I love the family.
Because I'm gonna keep you up to date on all things Disney and Universal and theme parks around the country. I love you all. I'll see y'all very soon. It's a donut.
There's a Hooterade here? What the heck?